I'm in the best mood right now because I was sick for the last 3 days and I just feel like a new human right now. I was listening to Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. If you're in a good mood right now, I highly recommend that song. But as I said, I'm heading into work and it's actually Friday. So after 3 days of being sick, I have 1 day work and then I'm back to the weekend. But I actually think I forgot how important downtime was. I feel like I was just going and like didn't take any time to like slow down and tune into what's really going on and all that good stuff. So I'm kind of glad I actually got the chance to step back and calm down for a bit. But yeah, I'm about to park in a minute, but I'll definitely dig into that a little later. So it's Saturday now, and I kind of wanted to talk about what slowing down looked like for me and what's going on in the world right now. And when I was sick, the first day I was pretty much just bedridden, the second day I could move around a little bit, and the third day I was just kind of taking things slow and working from home. But when I was just completely out of it the first day, it was like I could really only like listen to podcasts and think, and that's about it. And it was actually a really important change of pace for me because I feel like I've been going at full speed for a really long time and I haven't been sick in a while, and it kind of just made me like sit with myself for a very meditative way of saying things. And there's a lot of benefits to that we really don't realize when we're like in the daily grind. So besides the fact that I got a few days to slow down, there's something happening with broader society right now, and that's COVID-19. That's the coronavirus. And this is not just a time to enjoy slowing down. For a lot of people, they're losing their jobs or they're getting really sick, and that's important to recognize. But if you're healthy and you're doing what's right for greater society and, you know, staying home and quarantining, there's a lot of really important things that you can be doing to take care of your mental health and make sure that you're coming into your, you know, work life and creativity in a really different way from a new perspective. So for those of us who are healthy and who are just kind of getting this time to come home, I feel like it is a blessing in disguise because a lot of us do get to spend more time with our family or the people that we live with, and we're getting the chance to kind of sit back and reflect and slow down and just see what's really going on more in our internal world. And I kind of feel like we're like forced into the situation that we might really need right now for those of us who are in a place where we're healthy and we're taking care of ourselves. And I think it's interesting to see what businesses are doing too. While some are laying off, which is unfortunate, and you know, we don't know the situation all of them are in. They have to make decisions, I guess. But for other businesses that I'm seeing, especially small businesses in my area, I'm noticing that they're really getting creative about how to take care of their employees and deal with this tough time, whether that is being able to pay for a month that they won't be open or 2 weeks, or you know, pulling together a fund or finding new creative ways that they can still function as a business even without the, you know, traditional route of having people come in, sit down at a restaurant, for example. And I may be like an optimist sometimes to a fault, but I do see a lot of really beautiful things in the community coming together in not physical ways, but just in supportive ways and virtually, and working around what are some really big challenges right now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. First off, I'll say it a third time, my heart goes out to anyone who is affected personally through their family or through the sickness in their own body. And for those of us who are not personally affected in that way so directly, but more just in our work lives or, you know, our previous plans that we made or flights that we booked, I really want to think about how we can use this time to slow down and reflect and bind together as a community. And we don't know what will happen. We don't know what's next, or how long this will last. I think it's crazy to see the whole world dealing with a similar situation, affected by the same uncertainties at different levels, but still we're all in this together to a certain degree, and we, you know, have to work with what we've got. So at this point, other states have shut down. North Carolina hasn't yet, but I really wouldn't be surprised. If that happens, I'll still be working from home, but whether that's the case for you or you would kind of have this wide open time, I think there are some really important things to consider with this change of pace. I was talking to a friend like 2 days ago, and him and I both used to be in a really stressful financial situation, and we're a little better off now. We were both kind of talking and thinking, if this same situation had happened a few months back, let's say even a year or two back, we'd be in a really stressful spot. He actually works at a restaurant, so they had to be closed down temporarily, and luckily he was saying he's in a place where he's not really stressed out and he's looking to take advantage of this time, and he did have a little cushion of savings, which is awesome. And I'm finally in a situation where I have a full-time job, I'm an employee, and you know, I can still work from home, or even if for some reason that didn't work, I'd still have some financial security. And so whether you're in that place or you feel a little more uneasy, panic is only going to make things worse. So just kind of consider how you're thinking about this situation, and if it's helping you or hurting you. And if you need to journal a little bit about it, I highly recommend that, since that's always my go-to. But if you've gotten to the point mentally where you're thinking about, okay, I'm at home a little bit more, whether you're working from home or off of work, and I really want to take advantage of this time, I've got a few ways that you can think about it. So if you've been working consistently for a really long time, not taking much time to slow down and really just in go, go, go mode, here's 3 really important things that happen when you actually take the chance to slow down. First off, you can get back to basics. When you don't have a jam-packed schedule, you can actually take the time to get back to the foundational stuff. So this is habits, getting enough sleep, thinking about the importance or the why behind the things that you're doing, and maybe even taking a chance to declutter a little bit. Do that spring cleaning right now. Number 2 is it's a great time to think about the bigger picture. So this means you're getting off the hamster wheel and really taking time to strategize where you want to go, how you can really get there, and thinking about those bigger picture things. Number 3, your creativity comes back. So we need white space to come up with new ideas. When we're always going and just trying to basically keep up with the busyness of life, we don't get a chance to kind of sit back and stare out the window and daydream. And that's when our best ideas come to it. I mean, everybody knows that you've had that great idea when you were just taking a shower and shampooing your hair, and it's when we stop and we're kind of more relaxed that our greatest ideas come up. So slowing down is a great time for your creative ideas to emerge. So those are 3 main benefits I see to actually taking the chance to slow down. So I'm pretty proud of one thing that I've done to continuously reflect throughout the last few years. I have this friend, we've been friends for like 3 or 4 years, and pretty much every single week we've talked on the phone, because she's from upstate New York and I'm here in North Carolina, but we've talked on the phone and we're like accountability buddies, and we've talked about how our week went and what we really want to focus on next week, and we've been really consistent with that. So today's Saturday, I actually talk to her on Fridays right now. So I just talked to her yesterday, and we've done a really good job of just staying consistent with taking that reflection period pretty much once a week. And we're not perfect. We've missed a week every once in a while, but it's pretty dang consistent. So I am a big journaler, which I think is a really important habit for also taking that moment to reflect. And I did it pretty much every day for a really long time, and I've kind of gotten off of that habit a little bit. So that's something that I really want to focus on and get back to, because I know it really helps me think about my life and just kind of make sense of things and take care of my mental health. And then funny enough, I did not yet make my goals for 2020, and it is late March, but when I was starting to feel better from being sick a couple days ago, I actually decided to do that. So I wrote them all out here, and glad I finally took the time. It doesn't only have to be January 1st that you make these goals, but glad I actually slowed down a bit so I could think about the bigger picture. It's Monday evening now, and I'm just making my trips to Target, the grocery store, to run some errands before things get a little stickier as time goes on with everything that's happening. Yesterday I did luckily get a little time to do some decluttering, and when those urges come, I just want to make use of them because they don't come often. So getting that spring cleaning in while I can, trying to get rid of some things just now that I'm feeling like a little bit more of a homebody, even though I'm still working from the office. I'm just kind of feeling those urges as I slow down to just get rid of things, and now it just feels like the time. When you get back to basics, you can just focus on the simpler things like having a clear and clean space, and I'm really just trying to channel that right now because it doesn't come naturally to me, but I've tried to build those habits over time. Now it's Wednesday night, and here's the deal. While a lot of us are watching our lives slow down, working from home, which I probably will be this Friday because it looks like the state will shut down, and not running as many errands, and just things being closed, we're also seeing things rapidly speed up. The number of cases of the coronavirus, the precautions that are being taken by our local government and nationwide. And it's scary, you know, it's bringing about a lot of anxiety, and we can't just sit at home and say, oh, it's so nice that we get to relax a little bit, because we know that there's so much going on in the world right now. But here's what I'm really trying to think about right now. When I get stressed, when I get worried, anxious, I do this kind of head spin thing where my thoughts just go in circles and they move really fast. And that doesn't help anybody. I just kind of feel my adrenaline rising, and I don't make very good decisions. And so now more than ever, I'm actually challenging myself to slow down mentally. This week has been crazy, and my work life is not slowing down at all. It's actually, you know, a rapid race to figure out some solutions when there's a lot of uncertainty in our lives. And so I'm really working on slowing down my thoughts, taking it one step at a time, and kind of going from this feeling of, oh my gosh, life is out of control right now, to just kind of like surrendering into the situation. You still put your hand sanitizer on, you still do your tasks for your job, you still, you know, take the precautions you need and do your day-to-day responsibilities, but you can do it from an anxious, freaked out place, or you could take a few breaths, you can slow down mentally, and you could just take it one step at a time. And I'm really trying to do the latter right now. So all in all, life seems so weird right now for a lot of people, and whether you're affected by it personally or you're just watching how this situation is affecting other people, the best way to deal with it, I'm seeing, is actually to just kind of slow it down, take it one step at a time, regain your sanity. That's what I'm trying to do, and do the best we can with what we've got right now. And that's that. Like I mentioned, I will probably be working from home on Friday, and it'll be a whole different experience in the job that I'm in right now. Thanks so much for watching this video. Click subscribe to stay in the loop. Please stay healthy and safe right now, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.